After months of hard work over winter, Bessie Ellen was shipshape, ready for her 120-year celebratory voyage round Britain, starting in mid-April. Bessie's crew and the team from Nielsen Shipyard had completed all their essential maintenance and repair work. Her rigging was up and her sails bent back on. Then, a week or so before the first guests of the season were due to climb aboard, owner and skipper Nikki Alford received some of the most stressful news that you could imagine. The High Archer Bridge, one of many along the Sharpness Canal that must lift up to allow vessels to pass through, was broken, with no confirmed repair date. Nikki was faced with two choices: wait at Gloucester Dock for an indefinite period of time until the bridge was fixed, likely delaying every leg of the Round Britain tour, or take the entire rigging down and lower the masts, reducing Bessie's height to less than 5 metres to meet the clearance required to pass under the bridge.
I just can't believe it. Yeah, so it's what are we? Sunday morning, 1 week before charter, or the beginning of last week, 2 weeks before we were due to leave. We were told by the Canal and Rivers Trust that the High Archer Bridge couldn't lift because the weld joints that we knew were cracked weren't going to be fixed until the end of the month. They had assured us that it was going to be done by the 19th, so we didn't really move forward with taking the rig out. However, last Monday they said it's not going to happen. So on Tuesday, Tommy and Sarah at Nielsen's organised for the whole rig to come out, so that all of the booms, gaffs, sails, topmast, mainmast and the mizzenmast all had to come off and be laid on the deck so that we could pass under the bridge, which is only 5 metres high. It's going to cost us about £20,000 at the end of the day, and nobody's been in touch. So we've been on TV, on the local news and radio, sort of publicising our plight, because this is the second year in a row that we have had serious issues on this canal. Last year there was no water, so we ran aground. There was only 2 foot of water in the canal, all the way up to Tommy's, and they are a shipyard, and it's no one seems to be working the waterway in a functional manner. I know that if this was the Netherlands, this would never happen. Broken bridges and lots of mud. And then Owen will remember last year we left Gloucester, and they decided to drop the overhead electric cables on the canal, and we were stuck for 2 weeks. We left Gloucester and we should have been going out to sea that same day, and we were then stuck for 2 weeks. And we only just got to Cornwall in time for our charter. So yeah, this canal is proving more stressful than I really need. And one has to look at other options, maybe going back to dry docks in Denmark or Cornwall again, because I just don't need this.
With the masts and rigging removed by crane and laid along the deck, it was time to motor under the broken High Archer Bridge to a suitable mooring about 1 mile up the canal, where it could all be craned back into place again.
We just got fired up. Maybe you could let our lines go with Harry on K&M.
Shackleton, Bessie Ellen, radio check channel 6, Ellen. Great, good stuff. You land too, Bob. Okay.
If I go slowly ahead on this line, I'll clear everybody, will I?
Sorry? I don't know.
Right, Owen, you may need to ease away. What I'm going to do is drive ahead, basically pivot the ship on that point. So you need to let me sort of drive ahead so the stern can come all the way down, then we'll fix it and we'll turn to come out, okay?
Just get the fender in.
Yes, please. Just make sure your fingers are inside. So, Owen, I've told you what to do, so you'll ease accordingly.
Can you see up ahead, yeah?
Slack away, Owen. Look what's going on back at the stern.
Yeah, I've only got 2 metres left.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's only a little catting line. It's only a couple of metres long. It's fine. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. All right, Tim.
6 meters. You've got 3 meters on port side.
What a nightmare!
Good, steady there, Nikki, that's great.
I'll get up so I can blow down, I think.
Have you seen the canal barge? "15 meters to the canal barge." How are we looking on your side?
Put it all up again now.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Start ringing. Okay, that's lovely.
Believe it. It seems like yesterday I came in here with a broken forestay fitting.
Seems like yesterday we tried to get you out of the canal last year and got stopped and sawed.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Get warmer.
You don't have a lot of luck with this canal.
Well, the diesel fuel return's leaking and it's getting hot. Shall we?
Just tell Tommy we're ground, please. Turn the Jenny off. Okay, we've made it through the bridge, which is behind us, and you can see we've come to a stop. We've actually run aground here. So Tommy is rigging up a bridle up forwards that you can go and have a look at if you like, to pull us over the mud bank. So all in all, a very eventful trip so far, isn't it?
Okay, we're on our own again.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon? We're off on our sunny adventures again. Oh. Bracken might want a brew.
Okay, the barriers.
You good? Are we clear?
Your bridge works.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's the name, guys?
I suppose that's one solution to not working bridges, isn't it?
I mean, right places. So I put Tommy on the stern line because the wind is on the bow, and if the bow blows off, somebody who knows something needs to be there. You need to be on the spring. Just get those tied off. We're going here, guys.
Eating, just do it.
Let's go
It's
cruising,
more
guys.
like, oh, you're still here and not in the middle of Biscay going.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's not a problem.
Even matte black. Anything up there. Slap a coat of varnish on the bolsters as well. And so starts 2024. Happy birthday, old girl. She looks good. Ish.
Are you coming back today?
No, I'm never ever coming back. You're the captain.
Get on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, 8 o'clock. And yeah, we came through out of Gloucester Docks on Friday with the rig down under the bridges, and came alongside a couple of mud barges, which is the only deep water place along the canal other than Sharpness itself. The plan was to come alongside where there's a really good car park and the crane can get in, swing all the rig off, put it on the land, rehang it, and then pop it in the boat. Unfortunately, the communication breakdown has happened again, and the Canal and Rivers Trust had omitted to inform us that they were lifting out 3 mud barges today. So our craning has now been delayed by 2 or 3 hours as they take these 3 boats out and put them onto low loaders. Yeah, a bit stressful.
I can't believe them with what I've just said to us there, so they were impressed.
They were free reference. That was.
There's definitely 3 more weeks.
Yeah, when we came, Chuck was there.
Well, that was a big splash.
Oh yeah, it's not very late.
Crane driver's okay. He's a bit angry that nobody told him or had the foresight. The communication between the Canal and Rivers Trust has been appalling. They didn't tell us what was going on about the bridge, and they had organised for these barges to come out as well. So why did nobody tell us that, yeah, on Sunday they knew our plan because we have to inform them of everything that goes on this canal. It's just like they're not communicating back. It's not really the best scenario, is it? But such is the life of a ship. Things you can't control. You just got to make the best of it, really. Quite a giggle, really.
Yeah. You have had a rough bit of luck going up to this yard, I must admit, for the last few years.
I just don't think it's feasible.
Replace this sling with this one, which is much shorter, so the halyard and the block were being all tied up at the bottom of the mast. Were too tight, so I needed to follow the line all the way down and find where it was sort of all wrapped up at the base and loosen that and pull it through so that it just about reaches. Yeah.
With the mud barges removed, the crane could begin the process of stepping the masts. First, the mizzen mast was craned off the deck and laid in the car park, followed by the main mast. They were then hung and dropped back into place, one after the other.
So once the mast is stepped, which means just dropping them in the boat, we then have to run all the shrouds out to the sides again. That probably has to be done today so that it gives the mast some stability.
Yeah, I've just got waiting for another chain hoist.
I've got one in the car.
I've got one. They're just being chain hoist, please.
All mine are in.
Yeah.
And then all the forestays on. I'm not too concerned about getting the jibs and staysail on in a hurry. We've got a couple of days on the river and the canal, and it can be done then. So long as we get the forestays on, the actual wires and the shrouds rigged, I don't think it'll be too long. And I've got Eric Henry coming up, who's a colleague of mine from many years ago when we were in sailing ships together back in the day when it wasn't our responsibility.
It's a long one.
Long one, yeah.
It's a long one.
There's so long that it doesn't fit.
Oh. Do you have any grease? Do you need any grease?
No, I've got some. We should have some tallow here, should we not?
I can give you a corner.
Right, give me some then. Yeah, if you got some.
Nikki, can I get some slack on the port aft today?
Port aft shroud.
Yeah.
Bacon, guilty, egg, ham, lettuce, tomato, cheese, etc.
Sounds good.
Some extra bacon there because we ran out of bread. So if you want to shove some bacon in any more of them, go for it.
Then they got to lift the gaff and boom on and drop it into the mast fitting, yeah? So you want the mast stable. If you can imagine, if you put all that weight, especially for the mizzen, the main's not so bad because it sits on the chart room roof, so that the sort of end of it is held. Whereas if for the mizzen, there's nothing solid to hold the end other than the rig itself, so we don't want the mast to drop backwards, so we'll have to get the rigging on for that.
Next to it. Then you can get all his feet tallied on. Oh, hang on, let's get them mast hoops down. Yeah, if you could just get to that last hoop, lovely.
Oh.
So we now have to fit the topping lift.
Okay, the topping lift on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Copy that, check. Okay.
Somebody breaks the mast.
That's in place.
And with that, the crane's job was done for the day, with the masts, shrouds, gaffs, booms and forestays back in place in record time, thanks to the efforts of everyone involved. Now, Nikki and the crew of Bessie Ellen could focus their attention on final preparations for their departure round Britain, with just 4 days to go before the first guests of the season arrived to commence leg one of the voyage.
Friday seems really close, doesn't it? It seems really close. But it's okay. It's okay.